In the first part of our life, between unconsciousness, curiosity in discovering and always trying new things, and not always good, entire energy of every young age and of a body in continuous development, in most cases we end up challenging things, sometimes unthinkable. This part of life in which we spend it believing ourselves immortal and indestructible. Well, because as they say in life, everything is useful, everything is part of the life experience. But is it really like that? And when do we really realize what we have put most at stake? Of what, despite the inexperience of life, we have often neglected, in full knowledge of the facts. And this, for a simple reason, in this part of life, where we do not take time to reflect, to reason but, simply act, we do not know fear. Someone will tell me that being afraid is not good, and I, who have never had it, would answer without thinking that no, it is not good, but unfortunately it comes. Do you want to know why? Because what we put at risk the most in the great game of life is the body. This beautiful and perfect machine in its complexity. Everyone says that perfection does not exist. I say that yes, it exists, and this is the human body, the body of each of us. And that when it starts to have the first problem, always unfortunately, fear also appears. Fear that, not having the right knowledge at the moment, increases more and sometimes becomes even more dangerous than the problem itself. Taking care of the body, listening to it to understand the cause, is the only way to discover the solution that completes us. The secret of our well-being.
Today, we will talk about this, a little secret, a simplicity within everyone's reach, for our well-being. In this video, I want to explain everything clearly, starting with the saying, not all bad things come to harm us. So, get comfortable and follow along with me. Together, we may ease some fears and view things from a new perspective. And don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please subscribe and share it. You never know who it might help. When we think about triglycerides or cholesterol, we often associate them with something negative. But how many of you are familiar with MCTs, or medium-chain triglycerides? And how many of you know they can be used to boost your health in an impressive way? Have you heard of them before? Let's start with a reality check. When it comes to fats, many of us instinctively take a step back as a precaution, and I'm sure some of you just did that. How often do we see a blood test showing cholesterol levels above 200 and immediately go on high alert, resorting to medications like statins, rosuvastatin, simvastatin, atorvastatin, etc.? Now, let me explain why this can sometimes backfire, as it might reduce the brain's energy and weaken its defense against neurodegenerative diseases. When we talk about fats in the body, we're talking about something positive. Our brain is like a jelly, much of it is made up of fat. Nerves are coated with fatty acids, and 100% of our body's cells are enveloped by a membrane containing cholesterol. The key lies in maintaining healthy cholesterol levels while keeping triglycerides under control. And this is where MCTs come into play. MCTs, or medium-chain triglycerides, are fatty acids with a specific chemical structure that offers many benefits. Imagine the human body as a hybrid car. It can run on fuel, glucose, or electric energy, ketones. In some situations, it can even use lactic acid as an energy source. This versatility is what we call metabolic flexibility. MCTs must be used correctly to achieve desired results. Otherwise, they can cause adverse effects. Glucose, found in sugar and starchy foods like white bread, is a useful energy substrate but not always the best option. On the other hand, fats, or more specifically, ketones, are the body's ideal energy source. Ketogenic diets, for example, encourage the body to rely on fats for energy instead of glucose, entering a state called ketosis. MCTs play a vital role here because they are quickly absorbed and converted into energy without needing complex digestion. Think of them as a turbo boost for your body. MCT oil is essentially a more refined extract of coconut oil, a healthy and beneficial fat that can increase your energy levels. Energy is essential not just for physical performance but also for mental focus, emotional stability, restful sleep, and cardiovascular health. With MCTs, you can tap into clean, quick energy that supports your overall well-being. For people dealing with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, schizophrenia, depression, or fibromyalgia, MCT oil may provide significant benefits. Let's take a closer look at each of these conditions. Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's leads to memory loss, cognitive difficulties, and behavioral changes. It's associated with toxic accumulations in the brain and genetic factors that increase risk. MCT benefits. MCTs are converted into ketones, an alternative energy source for the brain, which is especially helpful for people with Alzheimer's since their brains struggle to use glucose. Studies suggest that MCTs can improve certain cognitive functions. Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's causes tremors, muscle stiffness, and movement difficulties, resulting from the loss of dopamine-producing nerve cells. MCT benefits. Ketones from MCTs may protect neurons and reduce oxidative stress, potentially slowing the disease's progression. However, more research is needed. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia involves confusion, hallucinations, and behavioral challenges. It's linked to chemical imbalances in the brain and environmental or genetic factors. MCT benefits. Although research is limited, ketones produced from MCTs may enhance brain metabolism and reduce inflammation, common in schizophrenia. Depression. Depression leads to persistent sadness, fatigue, and a lack of interest in daily activities. It's linked to chemical imbalances in the brain, chronic stress, or trauma. MCT benefits. MCTs can enhance cellular energy and stabilize mood. Ketogenic diets, which often include MCTs, have shown promise in alleviating depressive symptoms. Fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia causes widespread pain, fatigue, and sleep disturbances. It may be tied to abnormal pain processing and chronic stress. MCT benefits. While evidence is sparse, MCTs may boost energy levels and reduce inflammation, helping to alleviate some symptoms like fatigue and chronic pain. Key takeaways. Among MCTs, C8 and C10 are the most effective because they bypass traditional digestion and go straight to the liver, where they are converted into ketones. The body doesn't recognize them as fats to store, making them an excellent source of rapid energy. Unlike synthetic supplements, these MCTs are naturally occurring. MCT oil is generally safe but should be used under professional guidance, especially for chronic conditions. Start small, like adding a teaspoon to your morning routine, and gradually increase as needed. Warning: due to their rapid absorption, MCTs can sometimes cause dizziness or nausea. Consult a specialist before incorporating them into your diet. Let's change the way we think about fats. They're not all bad. By understanding which ones are beneficial, like MCTs, we can use them to enhance our health and energy. As usual, today I leave you a keto breakfast recipe, which I use almost every morning, and that, except for intolerances, anyone can eat. And don't worry about fats because in this type of diet you only consume 70% of our calories come from fats, 25% from proteins and 5% from carbohydrates. This can vary depending on the specific needs that each of us has. Keto breakfast recipe. Ingredients: 45 g avocado, 1/2 avocado, 75 calories. 3 eggs, 20 g butter, 267 calories. 150 g spinach, or leafy greens, to taste, 34 calories. 30g cheddar cheese, 110 calories. Black coffee, 5 calories. Total, 491 calories. Quick preparation. Melt the butter in a pan, add the spinach, and once wilted, add the 3 eggs. Stir quickly, mixing with the spinach, then season with salt, black pepper, and cheddar cheese cubes. Cut the avocado into slices and serve alongside the cooked eggs on your plate. Brew your coffee and enjoy not just a good breakfast but also a happy and energetic day. Let me know in the comments if you try it and notice any benefits. Thank you for being here, and don't miss the next video.